Hello, thank you for tuning in to this week's reads. These readings are valid for whenever you come to them. The YouTube channel is James13 Wicca, in case you're seeing this somewhere else. For the main part of the read, I'm using the tarot deck, Gilded Tarot Royale by Chiro Marchetti, text by Barbara Moore. On the bottom here, assuming I get this right, it's Llewellyn.com is where this one came from anyway, and there's a couple other socials if you're interested. Supportive Oracle Cards, Chakra Wisdom Oracle Cards by Tori Hartman, illustrated by Gretchen Ray Baskin? Yeah. Watkins Publishing is the website, watkinspublishing.com, I believe. And I think there's a website for Tori Hartman too in that black little strip above the barcode. Feel free to check that out if you're interested. The dice are from the Dice Shop. The website is mathartfun.com if you want to check them out. I use a 22-sided dice for the major arcana, 22 substitutes for 0 for the fool, 14-sided dice for the minor arcana, and a 4-sided dice for the element to match for the minor arcana. That being said, if you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below, same email. And let's go ahead and get into your reading. Hello, Virgo. Thank you very much for tuning in to this week's read. These readings are valid for whenever you come to them. That being said, what do we have for Virgo? It's very, There is conflict here, but it feels very tranquil, so that's kind of weird. So, if there's conflict, why does it feel tranquil, is what I keep wondering. Stop. I keep getting this tranquil sense, and I'm trying to understand it. I have a feeling, before things became rough, there is this conflict, but I don't know if it's really rough, or just like this isn't, let's wait, because something isn't right. And I'm like, why do I see conflict, but I feel very tranquil about it? The Moon card, and then the Nine of Pentacles. In the past, you have the Knight, no, that is the Page of Swords. And I keep wanting to say knight for some reason. The knight is literally not out here. I don't think there's a knight of anything out here. There's a king. And well, no, I'm wrong. Now I see the Knight of Cups. I was wrong. It's right there. I keep feeling this knight energy even though it's a page. So I'm almost feeling like you've heard information in the past. And it's almost like, well, when I need to move forward on it, I will. But I don't even know if it's real. And I'm kind of like looking at, like, I'm hearing things. I'm seeing how certain people are matching up. I'm noticing how certain things, like, this is how it should have been done, but that's how it got done. And people seem to be okay with that. You know, it's almost like, you know, you keep the dry goods in the pantry, and you're like, somebody, like, decided that they were going to keep it in the mudroom, some of it in the mudroom, and you're like, that's not really where that goes, but they put it in a little cabinet, so I guess it's safe, and it's all sealed up, but everybody else seems to be okay with it, and that's interesting. It's kind of like that, like, I guess it's fine. The Knight is coming up over here, but, like, I wonder if this is partly why. This is the Six of Wands, and on this version of the Six of Wands, you see, it looks like a knight, right? To me, it looks like a knight. It looks like a knight riding in on the Six of Wands. I feel like I already knew where everything was. And there's like, it's almost like I'm using that, you know, dry goods to stay in the pantry, right? Dry food goods. Right? Am I saying this wrong? And then it's like, they're not in the right place. They're in like the mudroom, or like there's a little spot in the closet where somebody has put a bunch of stuff, and you're like, all right, that's not really where that goes, but I guess it's safe, and it's sealed up properly so it's not going to cause an issue, but I don't know why that's there. I've seen people do that, like put dry goods in different places or like in a closet or something, but usually it's like double sealed, or like the person I'm thinking of, they put it in like this big giant tub. It's plastic and it's sealed. Like it's sealed so like nothing's gonna get into it, and the stuff in there hasn't been opened yet, so it's safe. But and it's not gonna attract anything, and it didn't. But it's knowing that it's there and knowing it's not in the right place gave you the heads up. Kind of like I don't know why that's happening that way, but now when we need it, I know where it is because I was it struck me as like that's odd. I know where it is, so I can tell people where to get it, or I can go get it myself and I can make it work. And I feel like I don't like it, but I'm like, I kind of want to move things back where they're supposed to be, but at the same time, I feel like I'm not doing that. There's good energy here for you. Like, something's not going right, but I feel like I don't see your energy getting upset. I feel like, okay, I'm just going to work around it. I know where things are. I know where they are. I know they're not supposed to be there, but I know where they are. Tower comes in, Ace of Wire, and Ace of Wands, Ace of Fire, and I was going to call it the Ace of Wire because that's how my brain works. It's not really that bad, but I feel like I'm like, is this going to be a problem? And I feel like you're putting it together and you're keeping it going, and I feel like I'm just being quiet about it. I'm just like, if like somebody's looking for like, maybe they're looking for box cereal, and you're like, oh, all right, let me go see if it expired. Nope, still good. Hasn't been opened. I'll just put that up there, and okay, they need that. We got that. There you go. Or like looking for certain beans or certain things certain cans or something, or like pasta or something. Like, I don't know why it's over there, but I know where it is. I'll go get it. I'll put it where it needs to go. There they go. They can use it if they want it. And I'm like, I'm waiting for somebody to like snap at me or say something, but nobody is. I feel like I'm waiting for it though. I'm like, I don't know if this is gonna work out. I don't know why this is happening, but I keep feeling like, am I gonna get some backlash for this? Either by the person that hit it and they don't want me to use it, or the people that are like, wow, why didn't you put it back where it was supposed to be when you found it originally? But nobody's seeming to give you a hard time. It's very tranquil, even though there's a little bit of conflict. It's interesting. And I feel like I'm just balancing it out. I'm continuing to move with it. I don't want to be in the spotlight over this. I feel like I don't want to be over the spotlight in this. I don't really want that. So I'm doing what I need to do. What is the king doing here? That dice is just going to roll forever. The Death card and the Three of Fire, which is the Three of Wands. Whoever was setting things up, I don't know, I feel like somebody's stepping away. With the Death card and the Three of Wands, both of them, this energy is moving away. So I'm feeling like there used to be a more planning, more controlling energy to it. It's almost like the person who did this and they put stuff, or they wanted stuff here and they wanted stuff there. Either they're leaving the situation flat out, or they're just kind of like, I don't know, just walking away that ever happened. Since you know where stuff is and you're putting it back where it's supposed to go, I feel like they're just not saying anything. This is the royals. The king and queen have control of their communication. Communication does not control them. So both of those cards, if they want to be quiet, they will. If they want to move information around to their benefit, they will. They will or will. They won't say something because somebody forces them to. They'll only say what they want to say to get their desired outcome. And I'm getting like this person, it may not be that they're physically leaving, it's possible. It may be just that they're just not telling people that they did that or that they orchestrated that. They're just kind of like continuing on like it's no big deal, as if it's nothing out of the ordinary. Especially because you're putting things back where they belong. I'm questioning if this was a test. Especially if this is a work thing. It doesn't have to be. This might have been somebody who was trying. They made sure that you knew where this was, and they wanted to see what you were going to do. It could be literally that. This is a very smart card. And now that they're seeing what you're doing, I feel like they like it. They want to see if you'll do what needs to be done all on your own without being told. I feel like it's kind of like that thing. Which this might be a weird thing, because I don't know. I'm not sure if you should like this or not like this. I have no idea how you should feel about it. No idea. But I'm getting like, it's kind of like, okay. They seem to be very happy. I don't know what to say about that, because I got another card here. I got the Death card and I got the Three of Wands, but I also got the Completion card. Like, they seem to stop whatever they're doing after you fix it, after you clean it up. And I keep getting like, I don't feel like you want to say anything about it. It doesn't seem like it's an issue. It's weird to me. It's odd. I'm really not sure if it's a good thing or not. There's good cards coming up for you, but I don't know how to feel about that. Because I'm getting like, we're holding the line. I feel like I don't want to be in the middle of this. I don't know why that person did that. I don't want to be in the middle of it. And I feel like if I open my mouth about it to the wrong person, that, you know, I don't need this. I'm like, I don't need this. They did what they did. I put it where it was supposed to go. Things worked out fine. It is what it is. I'm not bringing up any conversations, and I'm trying to get away from any conversations if somebody starts it about this subject. That might be where there's a little stress, but I don't feel like not enough to really wreck your day. It's just kind of like, all right, let me just exit this conversation. I don't want to be a part of this. Just because I did the right thing doesn't mean I have to be accountable for it in the sense of like why it was there to begin with. So I don't, like, it's like I didn't make the decision to put that in the wrong place. I just made sure things worked out because I knew. And I don't feel like I should answer to somebody else's change of opinion, or I don't feel like I should be responsible because somebody else made that decision. Which I don't think is wrong. So the thing is, whoever this person is, be weary of them. I don't know if they're good, bad, or indifferent. It's a general read, which is probably why. But don't link up to them too much. Don't feel like, you know, that they're your buddy or that they're your ally or vice versa. Just be aware of it. And be cautious of it. I don't think you have to be paranoid of it, so I'm not trying to go down that road. But like, step back and just like always second guess this person or something. Like, if it's going your way, good, keep going with it. If it's not, kind of like double think it. Don't align yourself with this energy too much. Even though this one worked out, I don't know, this is telling me that you might align to it. You could, and it's like, I don't know if you should. The advice to go along with it is like, keep doing what you're doing, keep making your decisions as you were going to make your decisions, and just don't move forward with something unless you would have naturally done it anyway. So one of the ways I do this, like if I'm afraid, I'm aligning to myself to somebody, and I'm getting a little bit too agreeable to them. One of the things that I do is I replay the situation with different people, because I definitely have people in my life that I'm like, I really like. There's people that I really don't like, and then there's a bunch of people in the middle. And I replay it with different people. Like, if this scene played out and this person did that, would I still go along with it? If this person did that, would I still go along? Like, that's how I kind of keep myself in check. Kind of like, all right, if I think I'm too agreeable with this person, like there's some people in my life that I really very, very, very much like. And sometimes I'm like, am I just agreeing with this because I like them? Like, so I'll play it out with somebody I don't like. Like, would I still think it was the right thing to do? But then I'll play it out again with somebody who's in the middle. Like, I kind of like them, I kind of don't. I don't know if I can really trust them. So if they did this, would I still go along with it? That type of thing. And I feel like they're saying that's kind of a good way for you to keep it in check. The Sun card is there, and it's going to stay there as long as you keep doing the work in that sense. Taurus, not Taurus. You were Virgo, but why am I getting Taurus? Why? All right, why did we pull that Taurus energy in? What's that about? Is the Hierophant over here? I don't think so. Why did we say Taurus? So you might be dealing with a Taurus or a Taurus-like energy that seems very compatible or does things similar to you, that takes the initiative, always in control probably energy. You might be dealing with somebody like that. It doesn't have to be a literal Taurus, but it could be somebody like that energy. Just do your work, double check it, double think it, and you can keep this Sun card in this situation. And it's kind of like, if so-and-so did this, I wouldn't go along with this, but because this person did it, am I being too agreeable? Maybe kind of like, you know what, I wouldn't normally do this, so maybe I shouldn't. That type of thing. That'll keep you in that sun card, this beautiful day, this beautiful outcome. If you keep checking it that way, that's what I do, because I know I'm like that. Sometimes I'm just like, wait a minute, am I being too agreeable here? Am I being a little bit too agreeable? You got the Moon and the Ace of Pentacles coming in. I think it's with the same person. The same person is coming forward. And I feel like when they're saying the Moon with the Ace of Pentacles, like something looks really, really good, but are there pieces here that you're not seeing? Are there, like, am I allowing things to move forward even though it's not the clearest foundation? I don't know exactly what this is built on, but maybe am I trusting this person a little too much that this is built correctly? Am I going along with this when normally I wouldn't? I'm just kind of trusting this person. This could be a problem. Vanity comes in. Exactly how does that come in? It can be a few different ways. It's a general read. There's another good card coming up after this. The Death card, and then the, what is that? Page of Pentacles reversed. Be aware of how they're acting. Be aware of how you're responding to it. Vanity doesn't have to be like, oh, look at me, I have everything great in the world. That doesn't have to be vanity. Sometimes vanity comes in the sense of like, well, I make good decisions, so I feel like this is fine. I don't think you should be questioning me. That, you know, there's different ways vanity can come in. And it could be the other person exhibiting it, other people around this. It could be you. It depends on how this is going. I feel like I'm in that same boat. Like once in a while, I just feel like, well, I've done this for years. I know exactly what I'm doing. And then if I slow down and I'm just like, are you thinking you're infallible? Because you're human, you know that, right? And I kind of like check myself and I'm like, wait a minute, wait a minute. Sometimes I have had points in life where I was like, I knew I was right, and then 2 days later I'm like, oh nope, I was flat out wrong. I was flat out wrong. And it's just having that humility. And it could be any level here. It doesn't have to be you. It could be other people around you. It could be like feeling like I know what I'm doing. I always do the right thing. Could be one of those things. Be aware of that because what's coming next is a good thing, but it's not going to be foolproof. It's going to have errors. And if we step away from that feeling of vanity, whether it's somebody else or you, wherever it's hitting, wherever it could be hitting, if you step away from that, you'll see those errors, and it's better to fix them in the beginning. Makes the whole trip a lot easier, you know what I mean? If there's something wrong with the car, for example, and you're going to take a 500-mile trip, it's better to know before you set out and have it corrected before you set out on your trip, versus like you get 200 miles down and you're just like, why isn't the car moving? Uh-oh. Now we have added expense, time away from the trip. Like if it was going to be a week's trip and now you have to take 2 to 3 days to get the car fixed, money's going towards getting the car fixed. It's probably not economically to your advantage, and time from your trip is being minused away, taken away. So they're saying this doesn't have to be like that. There could be some false sense of security here that we don't have to have, because I'm getting where this is going. There's a really good energy, a really good feeling, but you got the Knight of Cups, which is a good energy. Like just because things don't go well doesn't mean somebody's a bad person. I'm not saying that, but Knight of Cups coming in, somebody wants to be a part of things with you. The Lover's card coming in, a very positive, good mutual connection. But then the Five of Cups here is saying something isn't quite right. And if I'm stepping back and I'm double checking and I'm switching players out, like, all right, this person did it, so I like them. But if this other person did it, what would I have said? What would I have done? How would I have handled this differently and why? And if somebody in the neutral position, same thing. Because I feel like they're saying there's hiccups, there's problems, there's issues here. And if you're doing your normal thing and you're standing in your normal position, you'll see it, you'll check it, you'll double check it, maybe even triple check it, quadruple check it, who knows, however you normally do things. And then you'll find it and you're going, that's not right. I'm glad I found this before we set out on this trip and got 200 miles down the road and had a moment. So I'm glad I did that. It's all about the balance. It's all about the balance for this situation. Are we good? All right, I'm going to shut this down here. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below. Same email. Thanks again for watching, and have a great day.